where it was kind of like, I have to realize now that like we have a process that we have to go through. We have to go through the steps, and that's kind of the journey that we're embarking upon right now.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The quarterfinals are underway. It's Maja, aggressive towards middle, encroaching the window position here, and he'll get a face full of lead to kick things off. That's simple, the P250 to actually finish the deal, and for now, that's an opening 5-on-4. NaVi, huge advantage, still have 2 smokes. A couple of flashes, and now waiting for CT reactions here after finding that early pick.
Very bold play to push middle and take your eyes off the ball. To, you know, train your gaze towards that window instead of towards top middle. Gets absolutely trucked from the side. And it's patience from NaVi after the opening kill. This is a long time Eternal Fire have to find information and play with the man disadvantage.
So we have got Calyx pushed out of B main here. They have no ideas. So this is a bit of a linchpin on the CT defense. You can see otherwise Eternal Fire stacking the A bomb site. We've got Imma with the bomb and T-spawn, JL waiting outside B, and they're starting to push in towards middle as well. Smoke down towards camera. Maybe a B split is on the cards here. This
Calyx position gets really reduced if they wrap through Temple, right? If Alexei B goes on this little information gathering play, like he can still get these kills and still have impact in the round, but when they come around behind you, and actually he won't even get one. So throw everything out the window, don't even worry about it. That's basically the pistol round is done, boys.
Yeah, but with that mid-split, Alexei B's already got all of Temple under wraps. They know Eternal Fire nowhere to be found. So, just like that. Well done, JL.
Yeah, not really much to be said about this retake. You might as well hold on to the Kevlar if you're Eternal Fire at this stage. 2 players in towards Temple. Wicadia, he's into CT spawn, but finding a couple of exits, containing the T's, trying to take a few down with you, that's about as good as it gets. But bear in mind, if you keep the Kevlar at 100, you essentially get a discounted helmet, right? So you might just be thinking about that going forward and having a force buy in the second.
Ooh, that's a nice shot, though. That's a good little warm-up shot. Not going to get you anything else other than that. Maybe he goes down at the end of the day. Prioritizing that armor, finds an engagement, but he should be fine.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. Wicadia will pick up his second frag of the round. At least makes $600 for his troubles here. Bear in mind, he's got 100 Kevlar. So he can get a helmet and a FAMAS and maybe even a smoke. So it won't be the easiest round NaVi could be up against in round number 2 here. They're going to have rifles, they're going to have upgraded pistols and Kevlar now with helmets. So an interesting second round force buy here. We'll see what NaVi are operating with. They've got the single AK-47 on the big man himself. Simple. It's Imma and JL with the Galils, MAC-10s otherwise. And bear in mind, Xantares and Wicadia, that tag team duo, Connor. With the FAMASs ready to go.
I'm sitting on it, ready to see. We are talking about a Xantares as the highest rated player for Eternal Fire, with 2 rounds of playoffs underneath their belt already. And he's boosted up, toppled over. Simple, instant headshot on the peak, confirming a second CT backsite. That's now 2 additional defenders on this bomb site, identified, whittled down, and soon to be swept away. That little bit of Temple position means nothing. We want to talk about rating and star-studded performances. Well, him back in the group stage, absolutely dismantling FaZe in that placement game they played. That best of 3, bro. NaVi absolutely racked up rating in that one.
Bit's a fun player to watch when he catches his stride, isn't he? Like, if you think back to like his rookie year, his breakout year where they won the major, 2021 in Stockholm, and just that entire year, like, just so sharp. It'd be so fun seeing him back at that level.
If it wasn't for ZywOo, that, you know, would be remembered as one of the best rookie years of all time.
Sure.
I mean, it is one of the, but it's not #1. Barring ZywOo, I put Bit second, because it's quite untouchable what he's accomplished.
Yeah, I can. You could make that. Yeah, I can see that.
And remember the struggles too that it began with. Don't you remember the Bit who would have like 3 binders open of notes, just kind of being belittled by Blade behind him as it's like, keep up, kid, or else. You know.
Now it's the language barrier in his way, but he is taking English classes. He is taking. He's got a tutor.
Well, it was Bit to close things out in the previous round. He'll be up against not very much going to round number 3, I'm afraid. It's the full eco. Eternal Fire yet to really do anything on Anubis there. Map pick, 2-0 down, presumably going to be 3. Maja will have a flashbang to work with here, so a pounce towards Canals maybe. Just going to be trying to find a couple of kills if possible. It's unlikely with just the default weaponry. It'll be Wicadia to go down first. Bit confirms that A main is now clear. Otherwise, we've got Eternal Fire. Still a 4-man stack. And just going to be swinging out towards B by the looks of things.
Yeah, nice little swing and see what you find. It's Imma way, way back, and he doesn't care to take that engagement. It's not needed. It's not necessary in any way, so NaVi's going to take the A bomb site. Utility already being spent. Bomb going to be following it up, and a nice, easy 3rd round for NaVi to stroll into.
Perfection, really.
Yeah, then you go hang out on the boats.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah, we have done that.
We have done that. We've been out there.
So, can they do anything with this Eternal Fire? I don't think so, unfortunately. They're just going to hold up and...
I mean, you set up for, like, exit kills, right? The problem is NaVi has the entire escape route clear back towards A main, so there's no reason for them to push any kind of a stack in CT spawn.
There's no reason to leave towards CT. You can just go out of A main. You've got Alexi B here. He's got the MAC-10. He's on the hunt. He might as well see if he can find a bit of extra cash here. He doesn't necessarily want the MAC-10 going forward. He'll certainly use it in the bonus round if required. But here we go. There's that aforementioned cash. It's going to be $1,200 in the bag. Xantares and woxic both waiting towards the temple. woxic will have the orb going forward at least. They'll have somewhat of an advantage. It's going to be a full bonus round for NaVi. All 5 players survive again.
It took him a long time in his previous series for Wox to get going, though. He took, like, 10. The first map was, like, really shaky. Second map was shaky. Third one, he kind of stepped up. So let's see what he can do with the op right out of the gate. And we have a double op situation.
Yeah, this is normally when, like, alarm bells are going off for Eternal Fire. They're losing
it's like nothing's worked by a second op.
Yeah, so it's Magi who's normally working towards that A main position. He's actually done a pretty good job with the AWP. Like, he isn't scared of taking battles. He normally hits the shots that really count, and he patrols the A main position very nicely, like a turret, as we'll see whether he can actually have some impact here. First gun round underway. Bear in mind, bit of a bonus situation, but NaVi have got themselves an AWP as well, so throwing away one of those MAC-10s.
No shotgun out of the gate is a good sign for things to come.
It's an early challenge into this bomb site as well. That's going to make the defense nervous, and it exposes Calyx to the op.
Trying to fall back, just denied. Then your plat player gets smashed by Ima. Sure, you've got to double rotate over, but with that AWP empty-handed, with your Dark player flushed out like that, we didn't quite see how the T's came at Dark, why Calyx is falling back that way instead of being hugged against the wall, dodging Simple's angle. But alas, it's a second from Simple's AWP. So flawlessness, the name of the game thus far. This T side looking at a 4th with 5 standing.
Yeah, we've only seen 2 kills so far for Eternal Fire. It's not going too well. Not the quarterfinal we anticipated, but it's very early days.
Yeah.
Very early days. Plenty of Counter-Strike to be played, but yeah, they need to start finding a few frags here. Simple just absolutely mauls them here in round number 4, and Alexi B, he spotted the foot.
Yeah, unlucky
the retreating
for
player. That's going to be the
unlucky
as
for
well.
Woxic.
Woxic is gone. Not another clean sweep, surely. It's going to be our kill. There it is. Wicadia will at least post a frag in this round. Alexi B goes down. He's got to try and hold on to the AWP now.
That ain't happening.
I don't think so. Flashbang's going to be spot on. He's in a lot of trouble now, surrounded, and it will be a pretty much flawless round once again for NaVi. 4-0. Maximum loss bonus for Eternal Fire, but that just means a half buy going forward.
Missing utility, missing an early Molotov, missing a smoke to block whatever it might have been, not having the utility to handle with how fast NaVi was applying pressure, you're taken off the line, and it makes you feel really nervous about re-peeking in towards B main, right? As that defender, I think Calyx just comes back for help, and unfortunately, cops one in the face.
Yeah, that double orb setup leads to almost nothing, unfortunately. Magi was in towards that B bomb site, completely railed by the AK-47. Simple finds 3 in total, and Eternal Fire will kick things off on the back foot here, unfortunately. But I did mention maximum loss bonus, a chance to cause some damage here in round number 5. Try and steal the round away if possible. Xantares and Wicadia with the MP9s, woxic with a scout, and a couple of pistols to boot here. So not the most compelling setup, but we'll see if they can at least start making this interesting.
Jump spotting with one of the few smokes they hold on to. And woxic's scout, of course, sits back A, but NaVi not rushing into anything out of the gate. Hell of a time for this NaVi roster with all of its promise, with the struggles we saw them form with, to show up after having that same absence that seemingly has cost as many teams as it has in the playoffs already. NaVi think, who would we play tomorrow? Oh, just Monty.
Just Monty.
Just a Waro simple rematch, huh?
Yeah. That one would be nice. Okay. That'd be spicy.
But we are 4 rounds in map 1. So.
Yeah, we don't need to really encroach upon that one just yet, but it is enticing.
I just want to dangle it.
You just want the tease.
Yeah. It's the best part. And JL will get ever closer to that B play as bomb shuffles elsewhere. No resistance out of Eternal Fire. How clammed up does this one look?
Yeah, they're hoping the game will come to them, but it's been very quiet so far, hunting for information. Magi makes the call. They'll push out a B. At least they'll confirm it's clear. Middle, otherwise, is under full NaVi control. Alexi B setting up for an A split here, potentially. Well, Zeroyster, they've got so much control across the map, to be honest with you. Magi towards top and middle. Could come behind them and find a kill, but there's the first frag as Wicadia going down on the A side. That's towards main.
Oh.
And the bomb has been found. Maja awkwardly making this interesting, but unfortunately they're there to pounce, and now Calyx a chance to
15.
really make this one interesting.
I mean, that bomb's got to go. So Bit has to cover the flank. That one was very critical, and all is good. We've got that deep tempo control. No sweat, guys. 7 seconds, all you need.
Almost too slow, but I think they didn't expect to like not counter any resistance whatsoever. So Eternal Fire almost made that a little bit tricky, but NaVi get out of danger, and it's 5-0 now.
I was thinking that, unfortunately for Madger, he was going to come across that bridge, miss the timing as they split down and through camera, but I feel like catching the bomb in river is a gift. Being flushed off of the bridge into the open air and being caught by Bit holding the flank, well, unlucky he couldn't make more happen.
Good positioning from Bit, though. I mean, the team's still spread across the map, so you had players in positions to really kind of recover the scenario. You never know if they're all bottled up towards A or towards B or something like that. That ball might have just stayed down there for seconds, so NaVi still spread with it, makes it all good. And it's only Xantares to survive.
Wow. Will the game start here? That's the question. We know Eternal Fire, momentum, confidence-based team. Need some frags to go in their favor. Some of their big names to start turning up. And he sees Xantares post a frag. Wicadia's got 3 at the very top. That simply won't do.
2 of those were in the lost pistol round. Like, he gets them when the round's already gone. So it's like you actually have only had like 1 or 2 frags overall in some of these rounds that could have had impact.
Yeah, 3 players on 0 right now. NaVi absolutely destroying Eternal Fire in the early stages of their own map pick. We have got an interesting setup, though. Calyx is boosted in towards Temple, looking above the smoke right now with the AUG. Don't see that too often. That's pretty cool. But will it lead to anything? That's the question. We're going to be focusing towards A main for now. NaVi actually transitioning 4 players over to get some control of main.
NaVi starting to condition a little bit onto Eternal Fire at this B bomb site as well. The early utility, they already bullied him once really early on in the round, so showing them that they're willing to do it again. And now JL, ooh, that would have been a great kill to have. Opening provided by Calyx, and the rest of NaVi towards A, where it's the sole defender, the rookie.
Yeah, he's hiding behind Cake. Wicadia looking for his chance to shine as players split around him. He has slipped out, but they didn't let their guard down. Ema's able to get that. And with that frag towards Dark, it opened the possibility of an EF water flank. They opt not to, right? They could be retaking A main with a split in with mid. Instead, it's going to be 1 towards storage with a heaven split, hoping Xantares peels a player off site. But they can play close.
If you don't get this, do you save?
This is desperate, Jason. This is one of those rounds where it might not even be worth going for it. They need a couple of kills right here, right now. The bomb has only just gone down, to be fair. They're waiting for the smoke to dissipate, but they are losing kills. As we go to a 4 versus 3, I'm going to start winding down. It's going to happen, unfortunately. We are going to peel off.
That's the one.
And it will be 6-0. So yeah, unfortunately, Wicadia only with the Famus there. They managed to get that opening pick in towards B. They're waiting for the execution to come through. Of course, it's an A pounce. 4 players go through. Nothing too fancy. They find a kill on Wicadia and smoke towards Connect. There was nothing they could really do. No vision. Trying to boost behind it. NaVi giving nothing away as usual. And it will be the flawless run that continues.
Wicadia didn't even get to fight. He was trying to work around that smoke. He just got spammed through it. That's got to be the worst feeling. Second timeout burn from Eternal Fire. They're scrambling for solutions, and there's only so much longer we can say. It's still early in this map to see if they can respond, and this one's really rough. Not even a fight in the round.
If we had like a few rounds that had clutches and there was some like
nothing's been close, has it?
Moments, yeah, maybe we could have that conversation.
It's like NaVi's winning on like move 2.
Yeah. Like this, their default is finding an opening kill, and even if it goes against them, they're grouped up. Their firepower seems insane right now. They haven't really missed a shot. Bits 8-0, Ima's 3-0. So we've got 2 players going to round number 7 that haven't even died yet. That's pretty rare for a quarterfinal, guys. I'm going to put it out there.
We take that.
Xantares yet to frag. Same story for woxic as well. He's going to have his work cut out for him. A red hot Simple is on the server right now, looking confident as ever. woxic has got the sniper.
All that you need to know is Xantares is 5 ADR right now. Like, he's not even involved in action. He's not even involved in that. That's not necessarily a criticism at him, but these rounds have just been won so fast and so convincingly off a move that there's not really engagements for him to find.
With time, perhaps. You know, come on, guys. This is the round.
This is the one.
This is the one. Okay. You never see it coming.
The flash is brutal. How is he still alive?
Lucky to be alive, yeah.
I think Calyx got flashed by his own team there.
I think JL thankfully got flashed by the same one. That's the only reason why he's still alive.
Well, they'll take it. A bit of a reset there. Alexi B getting control of middle once again. Bear in mind, is the woxic AWP in towards camera. Defensive position, you won't see him as flashy as he used to be. Holds more passive positions, defensive lines, and for now, just getting information and even allowing them to have middle in some ways.
No help for Wicadia either. Wicadia, in fact, is coming to help woxic because they sense this mid play, but that 3-pack of players from NaVi getting closer on main, they may not even be needed. We're talking double headshots, down camera, and another round that's toast.
Oh, it's so disgusting from Eva.
Oh, what can you even say?
This round's over.
The most vanilla Counter-Strike ever, right? You just get to mid-control, peek the choke point, nail 2 headshots, bomb down, round over. woxic didn't see it coming whatsoever. He misses the first shot, then he's an open target. Down he goes, a bomb site under a lot of scrutiny in the last few rounds here.
I think there's a couple small moves being thrown out by Eternal Fire here and there. We saw that boost back in Temple 2 rounds ago. That's like, that was their potentially interesting opening move. This time we get the Calyx out dark. It's like there's a small attempt, but everybody else on the map feels muzzled while those little things are going on.
Oh,
we see the squeeze come through, and with aim like that, man, you have no chance.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? You just got to shrug that one off.
Well, they seem to be
like the other 6.
Yeah, just like the other ones.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is 7-0 now, isn't it? Like, it is spiraling out of control here. This is the big fixture of the day as well. Everyone thought the Eternal Fire with the run they're having 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 all day long. It looks like it's coming to a crashing halt, though. The clock might have struck midnight here.
On this Cinderella story. That was the reference.
That was the reference. As we'll see, another buy available for Eternal Fire. I'm not sure how I can really big them up any further. This one is getting to the point they're going to lose the half without really posting a kill. woxic got the AWP again, but again, it's just a defensive setup. It's not going to be finding frags. And NaVi just set up in a flat default once again, aiming for mid-control.
All right, well, things seem to be a little chill. Mid is going to be attacked, so into Xantar's, a way for him to get involved in some early action, see if he can have an influence before it slips away too far. Wicadia in the corner.
Go.
Good start. There's Calyx as well. JL goes down in dark. All of a sudden, finally something promising.
Yeah, but watch the response. Lean on Bit and Simple to just go crack into the A play. That's what they had hoped for. Met by woxic's op. That's 3 individuals from EF with a kill coming together collectively to put a round up.
This is more like it. Still some work to be done, though. You got Simple and Imma to get by. They've got a minute on the clock, and they're going to milk it. They're going to see what they can find here. They can make the round uncomfortable, expensive. Xantar's defensive towards the Temple side of the connector. He's going to be detected by Imma, but thankfully will still stay alive here. 5-on-2, 50 seconds.
There's no flashbang, no nades, no smoke for NaVi to make anything kind of happen in this 2v2. It's just going to have to be swings and fights. And the chance, if Imma, backstabbing. Oh, if he could have gotten Wicadia, that would have put woxic under so much pressure. That might have been the way back in. And now it's got to be Simple, seeing how many he can pick off, how expensive he can make the round.
Oh. Ditches the AWP, but he's going to get dropped on. Xantarez makes sure he doesn't get away. And indeed, we do have that closure for the first of Eternal Fire.
It's all right, Bit's got 16K.
Well, I will say there is some good news for Eternal Fire going forward as well. They've got 2 AK-47s in the hands of Xantarez and Wicadia. Now they're going to have some firepower, maybe some confidence. They've hit some shots, they've had a couple of kills each, and they need to start turning up here. There's still plenty of Counter-Strike to be played in this first half, but it is the double AWP set up once again for Eternal Fire. It's been problematic for them. Maja yet to really make a dent in his first half, but like I said, the AK-47s in the hands of one of the best mechanically skilled players in the game, Xantarez.
The nice thing, too, is that with 4 players surviving, they have some money built up behind this, so they can sustain a loss and still fight back in the next round if that worst eventuality comes to pass.
Also, last time double op setup, we saw really, really quickly aggressive NaVi, and without that, maybe this time that double op settles into something a little more functional. But the smoke chase, while smoked off, they throw one deep, and Bit just barrels through it. woxic thinks he can get a response going over towards Canals, and instead he's the second casualty. It's Alexi on his own in mid.
Oh, he spotted 2.
That's great info, and just an even better opportunity now with this jail control deep from Ime. I mean, you've killed one off on A, you get a tap deep inside of the B site. Could this go any worse for Eternal Fire?
That's great awareness from Ema as well. Like, Simple picks off woxic in dark, Alexi spots the player in Temple, so he just takes an opportunity, says, maybe there's a one-on-one here, but if not, I'm slid into such a strong position. And now no guns likely to be saved. I don't know how Major adjusted for that.
That was quite impressive. Whether he can hold on to it is another question altogether, though, because he's incredibly low, so is Xantarez. They will not be winning this round, and the hunt has been called. Alexi B on the prowl. hoping to take down these last two players. It would be very expensive for Eternal Fire. They can't save anything here. There will be a buy in reserve, but not much of one. So Maja in towards heavens, Antares at the beach. And I think their days might be numbered. Alexi B encroaching on the position now, knows exactly where Maja is.
You just check your watch, Jason. Is this game not fast enough for you?
I was actually very curious if this game, how long this was taking so far, because it feels like it's been very quick. Because we started at about 10 after. It's been 14, 15 minutes since this all began.
Damn, NaVi halfway to a map 1 win. But still held on to. Come on. Ooh. Nice. That could be key in the end. We said there was enough money behind it to buy.
They can still run the double orb setup here. Maja's got $7,000, so he can drop the secondary orb. I don't think it's really been working out too well for them, but we'll see what they bring to the table. That was the opening pick, and then Simple waiting for that reaction to come through. woxic offers himself up. Imma taking prime real estate there on the B bomb site. One tap into the side of Calyx. 8-1 overall in the quarterfinal. Eternal Fire's pick, and right now on the back foot. They've operated once again with the double orb setup here. Maja and woxic. Maja this time towards B, woxic A main. So they're constantly changing things up, seeing what works. And for now, it's Bits who will be challenging the AWP of woxic once more.
Just trying to flash and make things uncomfortable. What are we doing back there on Fountain? They're going to boost behind it.
No, he's looking for it.
Oh! He was ready for that.
Yeah, he knew exactly what the potential was for that kind of a boost, and even had the aim in the right place. Just, I think he shifted his thoughts away from the boost just at the last possible moment.
Half his mind was elsewhere, and woxic knew what he wanted. So woxic's second op kill, but a slide from Ime out through main on the side of that smoke, and in an instant, Eternal Fire smoked.
What just happened? How does he get 3 kills at B main? He just walked through the smoke. They line up for him. He managed to spray both of them down. The third is available as well. Simple finds a kill. It's absolute pandemonium. And NaVi go up 9-1 here. This is the perfect run on the T side of Anubis. Imma, there was a slight gap in the smoke, and he looked to capitalize upon it. And my God, did he ever deliver? Triple kill on the B bomb side just when Eternal Fire found that opening kill in towards A main.
Ooh, Major is pissed.
God damn.
That's such a cheeseball play.
They've still got double orbs.
And one connects.
That's a nice little buy of the op, though, because there's no way Navi and Simple expected there to be op in play. After kind of the 2 rounds in a row, the run they had, I don't think there's any reason for him to have believed an op would be there for that kind of a peak. So takes a bit of a risk and obviously the wrong end of it, but it's okay. JL is going to help recover. Peeking up through dark and now stepping forward, and Major's in a lot of trouble. He's got 1.
Second of the round, peeking towards Jail, nails the third, but on the sidearm swap, Bit gets the better of him. We have Alexi checking flank.
Major's carrying right now. That's a problem. He's just got 3 more kills here, made this round possible for them. Antares brings it down to the 2 versus 1. Wicadia will convert. Finally, something going in favor of Eternal Fire here, courtesy of the in-game leader.
Triple kill with the op during an execute as well. That's very admirable work, and you could see him trying to get the boys fired up after that one. NaVi just shrugging it off, saying it's no big deal. They still have a 7-round lead when this defuse comes in.
And that one was off of the back, like you said, Henry, of an op that maybe caught them off guard.
Yeah, I don't think they had any idea there'd be a double orb, especially, but it's only Maja that's posting frags with the sniper so far. 3 more in that round. It will be a tactical timeout. The third from Eternal Fire here in the first half. It's gone all sorts of wrong. They need to recover. They need to course correct if possible. And in terms of the cash, they'll be absolutely fine for another buy, of course, but NaVi still with, what, $13,000 on Simple, Bit with 11K as well. Their money looks fine for the rest of this half, to be honest with you, as we see Simple bring out the AWP once again. So, do we go back into the double up setup for Eternal Fire? I'm not really sure that's the approach is really working out for them, so a single sniper will have to do.
I don't know. I wonder if the question is more just like, not so much what has worked for us, because the answer there would almost be nothing. It's like, what will work? You know, like you're almost still investigating what you can actually do to stay in this map, because you've been wiped out no matter what setup you're running, no matter what side of the map you're emphasizing. NaVi's got so many danger points now. They've done quick B a couple of times. Ima's been able to produce in B main. JL's been able to produce in dark. Bit's been able to produce in A main. This is a nightmare for Eternal Fire.
Not one they'll wake up from yet. No vision on this from the plat. It's too close right, dark side. Oh, he goes for the player in dark, and Major's able to point blank hold him back. Simple's hoping that he gets that snippet of a shot given over, a glimpse of the CT peak, and Xantares wins a very critical duel to keep man advantage here for EF. How about a long play? JL posts up, took a ton of damage from that op of woxic, and still Simple waited patiently. That opens the door for the dark split to come through into the A plate, and when you lose JL elsewhere, this is all NaVi really have left to work. So it falls on Alexi. In Simple's temporary absence, the smoke in front of him by his own doing. Shadow, and still Xantares isn't able to hold off on that one. Alexi wants space, he goes deep, and woxic comes in, sound made. Easy pickup for the in-game leader, giving all that Simple needs to lock this in. The bomb plants for him, he's locked it towards Plat, and Wicadia's got a hell of a task at hand. Every corner needs to be cleared. The first one's his. And by peeling Simple off, he knows Alexi's already pushed. Bomb's planted for it, but a smoke is going to obscure that vision, and he has the wall to help. A tap-on bomb that Alexi just tries to spray off.
No kick, Connor. This could be a problem now, so the smoke will start to dissipate, but it's not an issue. Wicadia comes out on top in the 2 versus 1. Has he got time to defuse? It looks like it's absolutely fine.
Ooh, he's giving the fist bumps. It looks like it's going to be close, and he's got it.
Wow. Well, there it is. The star's starting to shine brightly for Eternal Fire. We're seeing Wicadia turn up. Magic's having a good performance. That's going to be a couple of rounds in a row now. NaVi getting the bomb planted does mean they've got another buy going forward. Had a ton of cash already. And is that going to be the first tactical timeout called by NaVi as well? So Blade, not happy with what he saw in that previous round. The fact they had a 2 versus 1 with an open plan as well. You'd expect them to win it, especially with no kit there. But Alexi B thought the full defuse was coming through, spams his bullets, and then couldn't come out on top on the 1v1.
Yeah, they didn't find a way. I mean, Alexi and Simple, one of like the few criticisms you could throw at NaVi, that 2v1, they didn't really find a way to play together very well. I think that's a little overconfidence seeping in with how the way this half has gone. Simple in a position where Alexi can't help him. Alexi pushes forward to get one and then out of position to do anything really to play with Simple. So that could have been one in a variety of different ways. They managed to find the one that made it lose.
Also, it was looking good. I mean, you know, you make that mistake where you kind of play disjointed after you're piecing together a 2 versus 4.
Yeah.
Like you've come back into this round, let's finish it off. And instead, that slight slip up allows who other than the new kid on the block, Wicadia, to post up a beautiful clutch, and one that could end up being very key. We are talking about Anubis and T-sides, and we're talking about a CT economy that bounces back with a 5v4 in round 13. Calix's dark aggression for the opener.
And that had to be what the timeout was about from Blade, is just like, let's not let this slip away. Like, this has been a great half for us so far. No matter how great the start is sitting at 9-1, if you let it slip, you let him get back and it falls into a 9-6 scoreline, all of a sudden, yeah, this can get much closer than you expected.
Well, this time woxic is playing a little bit more aggressive, actually patrolling the hut towards middle. Does hit Alexi B completely blind there. They've got the 5-on-4. Alexi down to less than half health as well. So what's the final maneuver here from NaVi? Gotta be starting to coordinate themselves in towards a B bomb site, and they'd be right in doing so as well. 2 players here. In terms of the firepower, it's Calix who's got that M4, Wicadia, M4A4 as well. They've got bare bones utility, and they need to defend the main entrance and with the dark position together here. This will be a challenging hold.
They've given him the angle. Smoke's going to trickle in. Do they peek? Yeah, Wicadia thinking about it. 2 players out from dark. Nade perfectly timed, but only really hits bit that heavily. Calix cleared, and Wicadia's getting spammed through smoke, so without even seeing him, just by getting up on jail, perfectly tethered with one another, the 2 and 2 come together.
They almost pre-fire the positioners as well. They've got such a good read as to where Calix could be positioned there. Bit just makes light work of him. It is a 4 versus 3. Now, do they fancy it? All 3 players are actually going towards dark right now. Magic actually on the bridge, so he could go for the backstab eventually, but Im is patrolling that position, and I think, yeah, just calling it off is the better call.
I mean, this is NaVi, yeah, they do a great job of like clearing the angles, and obviously it looks wonderful. They're given so much space and so much respect from Eternal Fire. Deep angles on dark, letting them actually get out and probe into the bomb site. Nobody peeking towards B main. It was smoked off a little bit, but no one have information of the timing of when they're actually attacking the bomb site. NaVi, that's like, it looks great, but they also had everything as easy as you could ever ask for.
True. That's very true.
Look at this shot.
Like, they haven't even encountered anyone at that point. And I think that goes back, I mean, you know, that goes back to the amount of times and the amount of ways and variety of ways they've been challenged at this B-bomb site. First gun round was a fast-paced hit into B main that got them 2 kills immediately. You had EMA sliding under the gap in that smoke to find a double kill. You had JL abusing them in dark earlier at different points. So they've just been getting so hit and so battered. I think they've kind of lost confidence in sort of the game plan coming into the map.
Yeah, we're not seeing any of those gimmick plays. We're not seeing any special grenades come through. It's a very default game from Eternal Fire right now, holding on for dear life.
We haven't seen a round of outer B aggression until now. This is the first peek woxic has taken beyond this arch. And he misses his chance at making it work.
He's only on 2 kills right now as well, not feeling too confident with the performance in this first half. It's going to be a nice flashing towards A main though. Magia, he's been doing very well here. A double kill once again for the in-game leader. That is beautiful. Making the Famous work there. Causes the flashbang from Wicadia. And he does throw over the rifle. So they've got themselves a 5 versus 3. This wasn't a force buy. Bear in mind, they just took a bit of a partial here, considering they wanted to save money for the final round if possible. So operating with Deagle for masses. And let's see if they can convert this round. It's Magia looking for his third, and Imma. He's going to take that same peek again. He hit a double kill here on the same angle. Does he want to try and replicate it?
Simple, once outside of A main, has moved bomb back around towards bridge. So even with Imma taking his glance in, this river flank from Calyx unspotted by Simple, simply missed by a couple seconds.
Yeah, but no one's even considering this in the A-bomb site. Major now is.
Yeah, Heaven players taking a glance, but won't be able to hold them off. So now they're in the open ground, and they take down Wicadia. Major in with every frag so far of this one to the favor of EF, but it's going to be a cleared bomb site. It's the fast flank that Simple missed because of Calyx's timing, but Imma gets into Heaven. Now Simple's still in the open ground, but he's crossed over to the left, so Calyx still has yet to get this angle. He didn't spot him. Now finally shoots him in the back of the head to seal the deal, it seems. Imma comes back, kills the rotator. Oh, if he gets the one on camera, he knows where Calyx is. Instead, it is Eternal Fire with a 4th.
So that's 2 rounds now where Magic's had to get 3 kills just to post a round on the board. And that is not sustainable. That is not the name you want to be finding those kills to actually lead you to round victory. Sure, it's amazing that Magic's actually finding this sort of impact here, but it seems desperate. It seems weak right now. Beautiful work in the Desert Eagle kill, especially just to secure the round. That was great work, and it's number 15 up next as well. NaVi have not had to eco once this entire first half. They have been fully equipped from the get-go. Simple, a little bit frustrated with that one, but they've got a nice healthy buy here. AKs and the AWP once again. And it's double orbs once more for Eternal Fire. Looking to post 5, which, all things considered, wouldn't be the end of the world. It's a T-sided map, right?
With the way this started as well, like getting 5, that ain't bad at all. It was 9-1 at some point, so this isn't the worst thing in the world. NaVi trying to grab this last one, really seal a very impressive, very dominant first half. Calyx is burnt down to 22 HP.
Xantera's about to re-peek mid as the walk-up comes. Oh, no, patient. And it pays off. Kind of bolsters that second CT to come help.
Ugh.
You don't like that?
That's not a great smoke.
No, not his best work.
I think he even realized
He'll be the first to admit that, to be honest with you. But he's still got the opening frag. He hasn't given anything away. They haven't pushed up. They haven't encroached on the position. So it's no harm, no foul. Simple will throw the double doors Molotov here. Wicadia holds a position. They've still got the man advantage. They've done quite well to salvage this half to some degree here. Need to find this all-important 5th round if possible, though. Flashbang deployed towards middle. Wicadia going to be tested once again. 2 players spamming him through the doors. He's got 1 HP. Lexi will take him down.
And he plays that spot. Remember when they tried to push window one time and he gets his kill as smoke fades? Wicadia loves to just sit back.
Oh, Imma's just thirsting for his 1v1 at this bomb site. He's ready for it. And remember, it's Calyx with 22 HP from the Molotov early on.
Woxic's going to run back over. Bit gets a surplus of util. Major's AWP floating top middle, but here it is. 3 men through dark, 1 on long waiting. Calyx has got to do something with that limited bit of health. His rotator is Woxic on the plat, who has a gap to work with. Calyx gets his missed shot, could be critical. We're down to the 10 seconds, but Bit gives up that vision, and Woxic is collecting his kills. Simple in the clutch is denied. Multiple 3Ks from Major, and 1 as well from Woxic to end this half that could have been way less. 5 at this point, they'll take it.
side. Canadian nails the shot. 3 kills from the captain.
You say you're looking, keep looking for it, but you can't find it. Can't find another one to get around with. You try and try, but never find someone who's mine. Keep looking for it, but you can't find it. Can't find another one to get around with. You try and try, never find another me.
Two angles and twists will remain supreme. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ESL Pro League Season 18. You're watching the quarterfinals between NaVi and Eternal Fire. It was Eternal Fire that seemed down and out, but the flame continues to burn brighter than ever as they managed to post 5 rounds after recovering a 9-1 deficit, boys. This game is back on.
It's back, yeah, back on.
Come on, give me some.
Yeah, it's back on. Let's go.
Ah, okay.
Pistol round. Oh, look at all the utility, smoke and flash.
A smoke and a flash, Jason. You love to see it. 4 sets of Kevlar otherwise, and simple. Ready and waiting towards B main, looking to strike with the first headshot. You know he's going to deliver. There's the first, but now under a lot of scrutiny here. Pinned in the jail position, needs a bit of backup from Imma, who will deliver here, but surely they're going to bounce back and find multiple kills here. 4 versus 2, but Eternal Fire can find no entry into towards the bomb site.
Brighter than ever, they said.
Yeah.
Hotter than ever seen. Woxic about to tap into that geothermal valve and go huge. 1 is easy, okay? He's locked into the jail. The second one, though, that's going to be the most beautiful shot of this clutch. Just wait. I promise.
Give it a moment.
And it's not going to be on the temple player like you think, because that smoke's going to come through, obscure it. He'll clear close pillar, and then go nuts.
And then go nuts. Well, let's see. Can Scrawny see the future? Woxic is waiting for a peek. He's waiting for a flank. He's not getting either one. So he does have control of the bomb. Plenty of time on the clock, and now readdresses. So it will indeed not be that temple fight. It's going to be the one towards middle. And Bit is just going to run away. He knows this shot. This next bullet is the one.
Yep. So you have to fear it. Because kill 2 in this 1v4 is never going to happen. JL closes, NaVi with 11. And,
well, there is a chance of a force spike on that. Don't write them off just yet. There's always a chance. They didn't get the ball planted. They might buy in this round. It's likely they buy in the third, to be honest with you. 12-5 might be locked in. It was simple towards B main. They never even got to run whatever strategy they had in mind. Met by bullets. a flurry of them as Alexi B finds that third kill, and then it's just woxic left in a 3 versus 1. Nothing can be done. Unfortunately, it is the full eco, so 12-5 is confirmed. Best they can hope for here is the bomb plant.
It's got to be so frustrating, too, because like someone in the pistol round where there's no utility to block off B main, having someone like trapped at jail has got to be like, thank God, like he can't go anywhere. Like we have him trapped. Like this should be an easy kill for us to find, and unfortunately, it's also simple. So he's just going to take 2 down with him.
As he does.
Well, might as well use it as an opportunity to bleed out some utility, I suppose. Use it as timeout of sorts. Work out your maneuver for the follow-up round, which will be much more important. The AKs will be out in full force. For now, though, a couple of PT-50s. That's about it. As they group up, like I said, if they get the bomb planted, that's a victory in its own right. And we'll see if they're able to deliver on that promise. They're going to head towards B. Not even a flashbang to help them in. Just going to have to use brute force. The old-fashioned way here.
Going to get chewed up by this MP9.
Money in the back pocket. Famas is well down towards dark, so a little bit of extra distance to keep EMAC. Well, I was going to say clear. It's going to take that JL rotate to finish it off, but they didn't get their plant. Henry still 2 kills.
Not bad.
I suppose that's something.
Yeah.
Keeps NaVi modest, you know.
Yep.
So we'll see how they reposition themselves, but they'll still have enough of the M4s pretty much across the board, just bit with the MP9 here. But AKs otherwise for Eternal Fire, 12-5. If they lose this one, they're in a lot of trouble, especially if no plant. If all 5 members go down, without the C4 being dropped on the side, this is going to be a world of trouble for Eternal Fire. So they have got the bare bones utility. We've got 4 smokes, a few Molotovs in the mix as well, and they are known for their grenade play here, especially Xantares has been fantastic with the utility.
He's not going to have any vision. T-side smoke early on the canal. Little gap to the right of it as well, right? They dare him to peek again, but instead he'll tuck back.
Delay tactics. And over towards A main. Setting up an execute. One player lurking deep towards top mid, looking for a B push.
Jail has 2 Molotovs, though. He's right now that camera player, so we'll see where he ends up throwing those, whether Bit calls for one in front of him hit. And Frag goes beyond the smoke.
Yeah, but that's a T-smoke that's dropped here, so potentially boosting over it, but Bit has got to be like, thank you for the smoke that doesn't let you come through. Yeah. I still have one of my own.
And an incendiary, and a teammate standing in the open to hold. So Xantares had to get up to something in mid, and now if you think you're going to scramble back, well, Ima has already played this to near perfection. Near perfection, because he wasn't ready for that. And with a quick, swift clear out of Wicadia, you know he will take that momentum and run and seek out the next challenge inside of the site that, sure enough, has been left empty. Headshots, one after another. What a bounce back for Eternal Fire, and dare I say it, at a mandatory point in this game.
Yeah, I think Ima's thinking like multi-kill, right? He's like let the first player pass. If he's not checking it, let him pass. Let me get 2. And Wicadia with a hard clear. And then it just gets beautiful. Open space taps, open space headshots.
Yeah, that's the best sequence we've seen from Eternal Fire so far. More of that, please, if possible. 3 players will survive. It's 3 kills for Wicadia as well. Beautiful AK-47 work. And for now, just Bits with the AK himself. And the money's going to be in a bit of a problematic stage for NaVi. $1,400 going forward per player. Bear in mind, they lost a couple in the second round full eco as well. So money will be tight. Big could drop a rifle. That's if they want to force buy into this one. They don't really have to. They have plenty of buffer here. Lots of rounds to work with. It's not required to win this one, but it looks like they will be buying into it.
This is the difference, too, of like towards the end of that first half of feeling like NaVi let Eternal Fire come back into the game a little bit, right? Like gave him a little bit of breathing room.
Look what's arrived, Jason.
Better hold your breath.
My man, he's back.
The XM1014.
I told you he doesn't care whatsoever.
Okay, then. So it's the auto shotgun. If you're not familiar, it was simple in the group stages here at EPL that made this almost meta. Most teams would start picking up the shotgun. It seemed like every single map. He seems to make it work. You try and call him out on it, but he makes you eat your words each and every time.
I asked Elige about this because Elige is like my consultant whenever I want to ask about like gun stats and how good guns actually are, and he's on board with the XM as well. That's really a nice triple nade though to bring him back down to 17 HP. Not going to stop him. Oh, what it did.
That's where it betrays you. 80 damage on the first burst. That crosshair didn't move. So tell me where the pellets went. No damage on the second shot, and he gets away with 17 health.
It was a little bit of a scramble there from simple. Triple nade, as Jason mentioned, is trying to take one down with him if possible. There's a good opportunity, but the shotgun betrays
I do believe, like, as good as the auto shotty is, you are really putting your fate in Gaben's hands.
Yeah,
all right, the weapon
I
decides.
feel like that with every shotgun. Like the
Sort
Max
of.
7 is kind of like one round it'll give you that one pump kill.
Yeah.
The second round you do it, it does like 20 damage, and you're just like, wait, that was the same thing.
So this is a round in the bag. They've made their way in towards A. The bomb will be planted. There's no CT resistance whatsoever. They can pretty much guarantee the bomb site's open.
All you animals at home who try to hold bridge with an auto shotty on CT side, just remember, that's what happens.
Sure.
Okay, you don't think of the simple 3K Nova highlight. Think of that one next time you're on the brink of buying it.
Didn't you do this in our 10-man? You did an auto shotty in
that is neither here nor there.
Okay, just making sure we're all on the same page. Look, he's going to have money for an auto shotgun again.
Yeah, and
and it's been saved. It's been picked up. Yeah, never mind. Take it all back. Who needs the money?
Yeah.
Yo, Ema, drop that. Yeah.
Simple as like, Ema, go get my shotgun, dude.
Yeah, drop
like,
that M4.
Like, don't you dare save anything else.
Well, it will be a nice save for NaVi. All things considered, 4 players survived. They upgrade one of the pistols to an AK-47 as well, so they'll have 3 rifles and an XM going forward into round number 20. Ema looking forward to getting rid of it, I'd imagine. And there will be another round for Eternal Fire here. That's their second in a row here in the second half. It's currently 2-2 after losing the pistol. Eternal Fire on the comeback now. It's their map pick, and it will be the second tactical timeout now for Blade, as he wants to get stuck in and just discuss their options here. It's a compromise round. They won't have everything they need, and they don't necessarily want to fully invest otherwise, because you can see, yeah, they've got the firepower here, but the money is tight. They buy all the grenades they need. That's going to cost them everything, and maybe sacrifice their economy, so they're discussing their options.
They've gone deep. JL's bought down to 500 with a full kit of utility, so I have to imagine a couple other guys are gonna power up behind that as well. Question is, did Alexi get a gun drop to him that's currently on the ground? Still. No, I mean, look, with 3 rifles and at the auto shotty, like, this is a strong enough buy to actually return the favor, to get back in the swing of things. So MP9 picked up for Alexi, and utility being picked up by the rest of NaVi, so full investment for the CT side. Eternal Fire, this is the door cracked open a little bit, right? Yes. They're trying to force it open a little bit wider with the round win here.
There's indeed a door.
Yeah,
we've confirmed
the door
that.
exists.
Yes. With a 5-round difference and some shenanigans. I was worried that nobody was home for Eternal Fire in this series. We saw towards the tail end of their defense, the lights were on.
All I'll say is, remember Vertigo against Big? What was the first half score there?
I can't remember.
11-4 in favor of Big.
Ooh.
Guess who won the map in regulation?
Tell me.
Eternal Fire, 16-14. They can recover these sort of situations, Connor. You just got to have a bit of faith. Slowly but surely, they're coming online here. NaVi still have a lot of work to do. Right now operating with an SMG, a shotgun, and a bit of desperation here. It's Eternal Fire, flat default, actually working towards B main. And Wicadia looks red hot here. Slow start to the series, but he's arrived, dropped the first smoke, and now Alexi B needs to find multiple kills, and he suddenly delivers on that promise. 2 for the SMG. Immer patrolling from the darkroom here, looking to confirm the round. If the bomb goes down, he might have done enough here, and just Maja. Nothing to do, and it will be NaVi posting a very important round.
I don't know, this is the man who carried Eternal Fire through some tough stretches in the first half. Maybe he's got one more in him, one more triple kill to really propel this to this T side a little bit further along, because this is a desperate buy for NaVi. Even if he doesn't win, even if he gets 1 kill, even if he gets 2 kills, you keep that money low, and you put him in a position, you put your team in a position where you can still actually turn the corner, and that ain't happening.
Look at that ragtag gang of corpses, man. Destroyed on the entry via MP9. Okay, the first guy comes around that corner. Alexi B shredded him in a millisecond. Yeah. Instant headshot, ground to the dirt. Gone.
Yeah, and he needed the double kill there, honestly. Yep. That was required from Alexi B, and he delivers. That's massive. And I have got some bad news as well. Simple survived the round, but he found an AK-47. So no more shotgun nonsense here. We're going back to a regular round, and Eternal Fire actually a little bit weaker than I anticipated after winning a couple in a row. It's Wicadia down to the Tech 9. The guy who's hitting all the one-taps, he doesn't get the AK-47? You got to be kidding me.
Give the other boys time to warm up into the game.
Yeah, so Calyx, who's been very quiet by his standards, he'll be working on towards a canal here. Molotov down towards double doors, courtesy of Zantares.
He was the difference maker in that big game on Vertigo that you just referenced, right? With all of his flanks, all of his dynamic plays, and we've seen none of that here on Anubis.
Lots of jockeying for control in top mid. Just Zantares holding back. That second day player preoccupied, but JL, okay, few few clean headshots in these last 2 rounds. Even when he rotated into B in the round prior and gets that kill through smoke, just taking that away from the terrorist without even giving him a duel made everybody's life on NaVi so much easier. Here's another example. And these are the kinds of kills that I think JL is starting to put forth here during Pro League, during the group stage, now in playoffs, starting to put himself in that kill feed. Make everyone else's lives easier.
There's no
but a
utility.
Mac 10, huh? That's all it takes to get the entry, to have simple blind back sight. He'll bring one with him. Oh, JL, it's a little wild, but that spray down mows down to woxic. No play to make. It is indeed NaVi one step closer to the win.
Oh my, firm control of the garden hose there. JL almost lets it rip, but it will be 3 kills picked up and woxic to survive with the AWP.
Yeah, well, Major had the bomb out, not the Tech 9. He thought that was entirely clear. If he has his Tech 9 out when he's running in and that wild garden hose spray, as you guys are calling it, he gets that. He gets that trade kill. He gets that trade kill for sure. And then we're sitting in a 2-on-2 with bomb planted in the op in position in A main.
How did Wicadia win the 1v1 duel with a Mac 10 at like mid-range? That's what I've got to see. Like, he took down a player towards the fountain who had 100 HP there, like a double headshot. It was wild.
A bit gave him an NS after it. Gave him a nice shot.
That was
the beautiful one, too.
See? Bombs out.
Yeah, bombs out.
Yep. Takes a little bit of time to pull that Tech 9 back out.
For a player who had opened the door for Eternal Fire to stay in this at all. Critical error.
So they've got the saved AWP. That's about it in the hands of woxic. He's currently on 8 kills, 12 deaths. So if he pops off this round, all will be forgiven as they try and avoid map points here. They have to be all in. Can't afford to go down 15-7.
This looks like a call out of spawn, right? B-split. Just execute and see what you can get coming through it. Unfortunately, on the other side of that smoke is Ema. Flashbang hits a teammate. They get slowed down, 1-for-1 trade. That ain't bad, but now Molotov is going to slow down the attack, although the bomb has already made its way in.
Yeah, and they've got the site control fully wrapped up. You've got an AWP sat back on long. JL tries that same smoke spam, nothing.
Look at all the utility, though, for NaVi in this retake. Like, they have all the tools in the world, including a shotgun.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming, baby.
Nothing you can do to stop it. Frag grenade to the platform. Alexi's going to take the spearhead of the retake. Still, your Temple player is smoked off, and that Desert Eagle looks ferocious. But Alexi survives the bit of damage. Op now revealed. Bomb plant in front. woxic has his hands full. Can't get the diffuser off. The cover's there. The shot.
He's done it.
It's the wrong one. He gets JL in the front, and NaVi diffuse for 15.
And Simple gets the shotgun kill at the end.
Oh,
it's all come together.
as if.
Oh,
just what we needed.
Damn, that's really unfortunate there. Eternal Fire with that opening picking towards B. The set piece out of spawn as well. It felt good with the bomb plant down. woxic towards B main. He thought he might have a chance, but of course smoked off. There was a gap, but just couldn't find the diffusing player there, and it will be map point for Nardis Finseer. It's the final timeout for Eternal Fire. It will take 8 rounds in a row to take us to overtime on their map pick. Bear in mind this run they've had, this glorious run in EPL so far. One of the best performances we've ever seen from a Turkish side. 2-0 versus Cloud9, 2-0 versus Liquid. Same story for Astralis, and making light work of Big as well. This will be the first map they've lost in some time. It's not over yet, but it's certainly not looking good. 8 in a row on the T side. It's possible, but not likely. I'll say that much.
You know, when we were talking about this big performance from Wicadia, I feel like as playoffs were set to begin, the conversation was, can somebody in their first real LAN event versus international top-tier competition really put up? And in his opening games, he did. There wasn't that pressure that cracked him. This is finally a loss, a map loss against Wicadia, and he is still here towards the top with Major. Where is woxic, Calix, and Teres in comparison? You know, the kid has put forth his performance. And I can only hope that maybe map 2 will be EF's chance to bounce back.
Yeah, Magic top fragging is not good news, I'm afraid. It's great for him. It's lovely to watch an old boy doing it, but you want to see the young guns at the very top.
Or just like the core players, right? Like Xanterra is such a creator for this team, and when he's at the top of his game, everything is going to get easier for the teammates around him, and just not having that production, I think, is so difficult to overcome. JL is going to be patient. Molotov coming out. Probably, ooh, I thought Major might step in front of that. Maybe not with the Mac 10. There's the swing. He's gone down. Xanterra's with his opening. Stepping up next is the shotgun. Simple closing the distance. Clothesline. And Major wants nothing to do with it.
Look at him run.
I know.
It's the AK as well they've lost, so this is an absolute nightmare. 4 versus 3. We might be done here already.
woxic has timing. He could very well get that player shaved off the A site. Oh no, Simple.
This goes with the shotgun again.
The bomb gets delivered to his feet, and just like that, we're done here, folks. Okay, it is indeed a NaVi 16-7. And that 7-round count, well, it's dire when you consider a couple of 3Ks out of Major, a 1 versus 2 from Wicadia, and they just stopped an all-out NaVi rush once. Barring that, this was not the Eternal Fire that Henry G himself was hoorah.